Constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University athletics. For the visiting Maryland Terrapins and head coach Buzz Williams at forward, Solomon Washington, a 6'7" senior from Los Angeles, a transfer from Texas A&M. He's the leading rebounder and third leading scorer for Maryland, averaging 10 points, 9 rebounds a game. At forward, Elijah Saunders, a 6'8" senior from Phoenix. Their number 2 rebounder, their 5th leading scorer. Saunders averaging just under 9 a game and 4 rebounds. At center, Colin Metcalf, a 6'9" senior from Germany, making his 6th start here tonight, only averaging about 1 point, 2 rebounds a ball game. At guard, Darius Adams, a 6'5" freshman from Manchester, New Jersey, a highly recruited freshman, the second leading scorer for the Terps, just under 12 points a game. At a guard, another freshman, a redshirt freshman, Andre Mills, 6'4", from Boston, averaging 9.8 points a game. He is also a transfer from Texas A&M, where he redshirted last season. Buzz Williams, in his first year in College Park, 10-15 with the Terps, 383 career coaching victories at A&M, Virginia Tech, and of course a long and successful run at Marquette. For the Wildcats and head coach Chris Collins, the same starting lineup tonight. The forwards, Tyler Kropp, Trey Singleton, both freshmen, and the senior, the Big Ten's leading scorer, Nick Martinelli, averaging just over 22 points a game. At guard, the freshman Jake West and the transfer Jaden Reed, the Wildcats' assistant steals leader and their third leading scorer. Chris Collins, 204 wins, second most ever at Northwestern. He is 6-12 against the Maryland Terrapins. Our officials, DJ Karstensen, Larry Scarrato, and Randy Richardson. Terrapins in their black traveling uniforms, Cats in their home white with the Gothic lettering, as Billy and I are wearing the matching quarter zips with the Gothic N.
We look like twins tonight,
yes,
Dave.
We do.
People kept
they can't tell us
for my
apart.
autograph today. Said,
Yep.
Dave, can I have your autograph tonight?
Yeah, well, they don't ask me that much. Ball in the air, the top controlled by the Wildcats as Singleton knocks it into the backcourt where it's retrieved by Martinelli, gives to West. Cats bring it left to right as we see it, and here we go to Wednesday night, late in the season in Evanston. Singleton out on top, looks to the right side. There's Reed bouncing for Martinelli, or Kropp rather, back to Reed. High on the right, 10 to shoot. Reed gets to the baseline, then bounces inside. That's Martinelli with 4-3. Jumper with left hand, and he drains it. Nick Martinelli with a left hand line drive through the net, and it's 2-0 Northwestern.
I love the shot. He typically goes to his right a lot. That time he went to his left as the shot clock was winding down, give the Cats the lead.
Here is Mills to Metcalf and round to the right side on the drive in traffic. Feeding it out to Mills for a straight-on three. It's good. Andre Mills knocks down the three. 32% three-point shooter. Maryland only shoots 32% from three, but they average about 8 a game. Here's Kropp. Looks right side for Singleton. 3-2 Maryland. Skip pass to Reed, left wing. Played there by Washington. Now Reed with 8 to shoot. Driving in from the left side. Works the baseline. Trying to send it back out. He steps on the baseline and turns it over. First turnover to the game, and Maryland's got it.
Look at Maryland. We talked about kind of a guard-heavy lineup, but all of their guards have size, so they're able to switch out. So the Cats are going to have to deal with the switching and the size mismatches.
Darius Adams all the way to the baseline, then back out to Metcalf. Right side, trying to protect the ball is Washington, and the ball almost got away, and it did get away from Adams. Tried to save it right in front of our engineer, Dan Long. And it goes out of bounds, and so an exchange of turnovers here, and the Cats get it right back.
And both of these teams do a relatively good job of taking care of the basketball. Very disciplined offensive teams.
There's Singleton, high left, played there by the freshman Adams. Now Martinelli, a three, and it's good. Nick Martinelli's 2 for 2. He's got 5. The Cats have 5. 5-3 Northwestern. Now at the other end, Here's Metcalf, holds the ball right of the circle, feeds Mills at the top against West. Mills lobs it back behind him to Saunders. And now here is Adams driving, pressured by Reed. Ball taken away by Jaden Reed. Lead pass Singleton, driving into the basket, bobbles, regains it, leaves it for Krupp. He lays it up, missed it. And the rebound controlled by Metcalf for Maryland. Cats had a chance there in transition, could not finish. Metcalf looks to Adams, left wing. Adams, fourth highest recruit in Maryland history.
And they've had some good ones.
Yes, they have. Look at some of the names, including a guy they had last year, Derek Queen. Now here's Mills will jack a three from the right. It's good. He's 2 for 2, and Maryland back in front 6-5.
Nice looking left-handed jump shot here. They're going to have to make him put it on the floor. He's teeing up from deep.
1 point Terps lead. Here's West between the rings. West looks left, looks right. Now starts back to the left, passes right to Singleton. Play by Saunders. Out on top, Reed. Shot clock at 10. Jaden Reed directing traffic, feeds Martinelli. Swings it right. There's West. Puts up a three. Got it! Jake West with a shot clock running down. Buries the three-pointer. And the Cats lead 8-6.
A deep three going to his left.
Now here's Mills driving on West, runs into traffic, throws one up and scores over Martinelli and West.
And I said you have to make him put it on the floor. He did just that, going to his right. A circus shot that goes down with contact.
We're tied at 8. 16:08 to go first half. Here's West, gets a pick from Krupp. Looks left corner, Reed. Return feed for West. Cross court pass to Singleton. Singleton back to Reed between the circles. Shot clock at 8. Here's Reed down the lane, scoops it up high off the window, and it rattles home for Jaden Reed. And the Cats are in front 10-8.
Nice move by Reed. He made a great defensive play, that time breaking down the Maryland defense for the scoring side.
3 different players have scored now for the Cats. Here's Metcalf beyond the three-point line. Directs traffic, looks to the left. His pass deflected high out of bounds by Jake West. So Maryland will retain it, but first we'll pause. It's time for our Athletico Physical Therapy Injury Update and Pain. Start with Athletico. Visit athletico.com to request your in-clinic or virtual free assessment. No injuries to report for the Wildcats, who lead it here by 2. Minnesota has thousands of trails for cross-country skiing, fat biking, snowshoeing, and snowmobiling. Minnesota's cross-country skiing trails offer more miles of skiing than a trek from St. Paul to the West Coast and offer 22,000 miles of groomed trails for snowmobiling. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com. Northwestern leads Maryland 10-8, 15:34 to go first half. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
PowerPlate, the official fitness technology partner of the Northwestern Wildcats, is a staple of Northwestern athletic training, but it's not just for elite athletes. It's also scientifically proven to burn fat, increase strength and flexibility, and help build strong bones. And in a recent independent university study, PowerPlate was even shown to enhance blood flow to improve cognitive function in users to help keep their mind sharp and help prevent cognitive impairment. Sound too good to be true? It's not. See for yourself at PowerPlate.com. Live like the Cats with PowerPlate.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
It's Bob Surratt, weekdays with the morning crew, 6 till 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Cats fans, Northwestern trusts IAS branding with Wildcats brand. Let IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, be the solution for your branded merchandise and promotional products. Visit iasbranding.com to learn more. 21st meeting between Northwestern and Maryland, the 19th since the Terps entered the Big Ten. They split 2 meetings last season. And the Wildcats winning that overtime game here in January, 76-74. Then Maryland winning on Senior Day to end the regular season in College Park, 74-61, snapping a 3-game losing streak against the Cats, who have won 5 of the last 8 from Maryland, 3 of the last 4 here in Evanston, though the Terps lead the all-time series 13-7. It is 10-8 Northwestern here. The early going, the Wildcats have hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Maryland's hit all 3 of theirs, all by Andre Mills. Mills, redshirt freshman, averaging about 10 points a game, but he had his best game, 24 against Iowa. The Terrapins had lost 4 in a row and 8 out of 9 before they went to Minnesota and won a couple of weeks ago, and followed that up with a win at home over Iowa before losing this past Sunday to Rutgers.
Yeah, they've been a little surprised about their season, but they have 15 new players on this roster, Dave, and Buzz Williams in his first year trying to create some chemistry and looking towards the future.
All right, here's Mills. Angelo Cheravino in for the Wildcats, guarding him and blocking the shot. And Tyler Kropp grabs it. Here's West ahead to Cheravino, slows it down, feeds Martinelli in the lane, little floater, good. Cats are up 12-8. Nick Martinelli off to a hot start with 7.
And Angelo Cheravino with a nice pass and under control in transition.
David Coit, Diggy Coit they call him, former transfer from Northern Illinois. Handling the ball now for Maryland. Feeds it to Saunders, played by Martinelli, left of the circle. Got it inside, and the dunk good for Solomon Washington. And Maryland within 2 at 12-10.
Yeah, nice pass by Mills. Again, getting inside the Cats defense. They double teamed him and found the open man.
At the other end, Martinelli goes up for the shot, missed it, got fouled. First foul of the game. The foul is on Solomon Washington. First foul of the game, and Martinelli at the free throw line. 83% in Big Ten play. First one up and good. Nick Martinelli might be in double figures before we played 12 minutes in this game. Tyler Kropp out, and Arrington Page in for the Wildcats.
And good to see Nick get off to a great start here.
And he makes them both.
Teams have been focusing on him, understanding that if he doesn't have a big game and in the 20s, it gives them a better chance to win. Nick on fire here to start the ball game.
9 points, Cats lead 14-10. There's Washington out on top to Metcalf, played by Page. Picks up his dribble, looks left, looks right, wraparound feed to Coit. Played by West, sets a screen. And now here's Coit driving, gets to the elbow, steps back, wants to shoot, can't get a shot up. Good defense. And now Washington driving, stripped of the ball, out of bounds. Northwestern ball.
Great defense first on Coit.
Yep.
And then Angelo Cheravino with the active hands stripping the ball and off of Maryland. Cats forcing another turnover.
Terrapins 2 turnovers so far. Jordan Clayton in for the Wildcats. He's got it. Scoops it back to West. So it's Cheravino, Page, Martinelli, Clayton, and West. Here's Page, high post. Fires it out to West on the right wing. Now a feed mid-post right. Martinelli, jumper, good again. Nick Martinelli's 4 for 4. He's into double figures, 11 points, and the Cats are up 6, 16-10.
Martinelli with the mouse in the house. Coit defending him.
Now Coit turns the corner, gets to the rim, layup good for Diggy Coit.
He's been putting up some big numbers. He's had a couple of games, if I'm correct, Dave, in the 40s.
He's their leading scorer at 43 against Penn State. Now here's Jordan Clayton, left corner 3, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Maryland's Elijah Saunders, and Coit will bring it up. Started his career at Northern Illinois, played at A&M, goes up with a layup high off the window, good for Coit.
And Dave, one of the things I said the Cats had to control was dribble drive penetration into the paint this evening.
Now here's Page catching left baseline, muscles it up and lays it in. Arrington Page with his first points. Cats lead 18-14. Coit actually played last year at Kansas. Most of these guys played at Texas A&M for Buzz Williams.
Yeah.
He did play at Kansas.
Buzz left and they came over with him.
Yep. There's Coit to Metcalf. They swing it left to Mills. That's up by 4 here. Back to Coit. Shot clock at 12. Holds and looks. Gets a screen from Saunders. Picked up by Martinelli. Drives on net. Step back jumper. No. And the rebound ripped down by Arrington Page, who does a good job protecting the ball in traffic. And West will bring it up. 18-14 Northwestern. Jake West out to Cheramino for 3 from the left corner. It's good.
And I wish Angelo would shoot that 3 in his shot with that kind of confidence. He did that in the last game and just kind of loses confidence throughout stretches of the game.
Just 23% from 3 before that shot. 21-14. Behind the back dribble. Mills gets inside. Shot up. Good. And a foul on Jordan Clayton.
What a play by Mills. Behind the back, left to right, then back to the left. And a circus shot over Jordan Clayton.
First foul on the Wildcats called on Clayton. Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Dempster for more information. Tonight's game sponsor is Wildfire Restaurant. Steak, chops, and seafood. Wildfire is a preferred catering and dining partner of Northwestern Athletics. Wildcats lead 21-16, 11:51 to go, first half. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Libman makes a difference. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. The Libman Mop Crew makes sure the hardwood is clean and safe for the players every game at Welsh Ryan Arena. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are proudly family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our whole lineup or for a store locator. That's Libman.com. Libman, the official hardwood floor care provider of Northwestern basketball.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
Spend your middays with me, John Williams, 10 to 2. Now let's get you back to the game.
On the go and want to stay connected to live college sports anywhere in the country? Download the free Varsity Network app. Available on Apple and Android. With new features this season, it's easier than ever to listen live and keep up with your favorite teams. Don't miss a moment. Get the Varsity Network app now. Well, we've had 37 points scored in this game so far, and 2 players have scored 21 of those. Nick Martinelli has 11 of Northwestern's 21 points. And Andre Mills has 10 of Maryland's 16 with a chance for another after this timeout. He'll have the and one. Maryland 27-9 a year ago, but as Billy mentioned, they turned over virtually their entire roster. Of course, that team was centered around Derek Queen and Julian Reese, 2 all-time greats for Maryland, even though Queen wasn't around for just but 1 year, averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds a game. But they 15 of the 16 players on their roster are new this year, including 5 true freshmen, a couple of redshirt freshmen. They have 10 transfers on this team.
And Mills, one of those players that transferred in, a redshirt freshman from Texas A&M, 6'4", 205 pounds. And you can see that he is a pure scoring machine.
Well, if you consider going 4 for 5, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc so far, now he's got the and one. He's a 69% free throw shooter, but he knocks that down, and he ties Martinelli for scoring honors in this game with 11. It's 21-17 Northwestern. A little backcourt pressure applied by the Terps. Trey Singleton back in for the Wildcats, along with Andre Reed. Martinelli on the bench. Clayton out there. Page. And Cheramino's got it. Maryland is going to his zone here. Here's Clayton to Reed. Fakes the 3. Sends it to Clayton. Shot clock at 6. Pull-up jumper. No. And the rebound taken by Washington for Maryland.
Nice shot by Clayton after the pump fake
Now Coit to Saunders for three. He missed that one badly, and the rebound tipped out of bounds by the Terps.
That one short, just grazed the bottom of the rim and almost took a couple of heads off in the process. Maryland into a 1-2-2 zone, I think, last year. I kept saying it was Rutgers. See, at least I'm getting the team right this year.
That's right. Well, we were up high for that game. Here is Singleton to Reed. Martinelli back in for the Wildcats. 11 minutes to go first half. 4-point Northwestern lead. Here's Singleton, spins, feeds Reed for three, no. And a foul called on the rebound on Maryland.
Yeah, it looks like Saunders was holding down Arrington Page, preventing him from getting the offensive rebound.
So the first on Saunders, second team foul. Reed lobs one to Page beyond the three-point line. One dribble, going back door. There's Shervino, turns, lays it in. What a nice play. Great pass from Page. Cats lead it 23-17.
People forget how good a passer Arrington Page is. For a guy his size, great court vision.
Here is Coit to Metcalf. Hands it off, and a lot of pressure on Washington on the right sideline. Now back to Coit. Gets a screen from Saunders. And there is a foul called.
Jaden Reed switched out on Saunders as he was rolling to the basket and had to do everything to try to impede his progress into the paint.
Second Northwestern foul. Out goes Metcalf for the Terrapins. In for the Terps, Alex Alston, a 6'10 freshman from Chicago, from Kenwood Academy. Here's Mills. They've turned out some pretty good players there. And he's got it down. He'll take a three, missed it. And the rebound loose and picked up by Washington. Two Cats were battling for it. It trickled out. Washington picked it up. Now sends it to Mills, and there's a foul on the floor. On Singleton. That's his first foul.
And therein lies the difficulty of defending Andre Mills. If you give him too much space, we saw it earlier in the game, Dave, he just jacks up the three. You come up on him, he has the ability to create shots off the bounce.
Singleton goes out. Jake West back in for the Cats. So 4 starters in there, along with, or 3 starters rather, along with Shervino and Page. Here's Coit high on the left against Reed. Finds Mills behind a Washington screen. And he'll take a three. Missed that one. And the rebound carrying right to Shervino. Cats have numbers. Shervino driving to the basket, stripped of the ball. And Maryland comes away with it. Washington to Mills. Driving on Shervino. Gets inside. Goes up for the short jumper and scores.
Uncanny score. Playing through the contact after the Cats failed to score in transition.
13 for Mills. Maryland within 4, 23-19. Now here's Page. Looks right. Reed for three. No. And the rebound. Washington skies for it. Here's Coit down left side. Met by West. Works off a Washington screen. Takes a three. Missed that one. And the rebound loose. Picked up by Saunders. Offensive rebound for the Terps. Here's Coit. Drives to the left wing. Picks up his dribble. Feeds Washington back to Coit. Gets a screen from Washington. Shervino fights through it. Here's Saunders on the baseline. He threw it right to Shervino. Ball up for grabs into the backcourt. And it's going to be Maryland ball, but just 1.7 on the shot clock.
Shervino, again, active, playing the passing lane. Deflects the ball, but couldn't get a handle on it. Good defense by the Cats.
And it was too bad because the pass was right to him. I think it caught him off guard.
Caught him by surprise.
Here's Adams back in for Maryland. For the Wildcats, Tyler Kropp in for Page. 1.7 on the shot clock. And the freshman Alston will inbound from midcourt with Shervino in his face. Pump fake, another one. Now he fires it. Adams puts up the jumper. No good. And the rebound back tapped into the backcourt and then out of bounds. It'll be Northwestern ball. Last touch by Maryland.
Pretty good shot with that little time left. And I was thinking from a defensive standpoint, you want the ball going away from the basket to force even a tougher shot.
Martinelli inbounds the ball to West in the front court. As the Cats go to work here. Martinelli calls for it, gets it. Directing traffic. holds, looks out to West. Driving, hooks it back to Reed, left wing. Reed bounces Martinelli, shot clock at 5, fires to Sherevino with 3, with 2, gets inside, put it up, missed the bank shot, but he will shoot 2. As Sherevino is fouled on the shot. Wildcat fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers and available at your local grocer. Angelo Sherevino to the free throw line. The foul on Adams. Free throw up, good for Angelo. 9 points and 4 rebounds Saturday in Lincoln. Off to a good start tonight with 6 points and deflections, couple of blocked shots.
Couple of steals. So he is...
misses the second free throw, and then the rebound is knocked out of bounds by the Terps. There's Clayton in for Sherevino.
And the Cats really need his athleticism and for him to continue to mature as a scoring threat.
Right, Reed inbounds the ball to Kropp. Now Martinelli with it at the top of the key. Back out to West. Driving to the baseline, under the basket. Heaves it to Reed, around to Clayton for 3. Good! Jordan Clayton three-pointer. Cats are up 8, 27-19. What great ball movement on that possession.
And started off with the dribble drive penetration, drawing the defense in. Clayton with the 3.
Now at the other end, Adams drives right into traffic, throws it away. Reed's got it down the floor. Reed has his shot blocked out of bounds by Washington. How about Jordan Clayton? Over the last 7+ games, now 9 for 16 from 3, and the Wildcats have an 8-point lead. Ozinga's purpose is to make a positive impact in the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinga will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinga, for your support. This great cause, go Cats. The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. Northwestern leads Maryland 27-19, 7:59 to go first half. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm Steve Malman from Malman Law. Nursing home or assisted living negligence doesn't always announce itself. It hides in broken bones, bed sores that shouldn't exist, a serious head injury, medication mix-ups, sometimes unexplained death. At Malman Law, we've spent over 30 years turning that heartbreak into justice because your loved one deserves better and you deserve answers. When care becomes cruelty, we fight back. Call us at 888-MALMAN-LAW or visit malmanlaw.com.
Wake up with Bob Surratt in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10. On your home for Wildcat basketball.
Progressive Insurance, insurance for motorcycles, boats, and RVs. For protection on the road and on the water. See how much you can save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and progressive.com. One game complete tonight in the Big Ten. That one was in State College, where Rutgers had a big halftime lead. Penn State made a run, but the Scarlet Knights held on 85-72. One more game later on the West Coast. It'll be Illinois at USC. Here, Northwestern leads Maryland 27-19, 7:59 to go first half. Nick Martinelli has jumped from 10th to 8th on Northwestern's career scoring list tonight, passing both Vedran Vukovic and Jim Stack. Cats put it in play. Reed inbounds it to Martinelli on the baseline, double team there. The ball knocked out of bounds by the Terps. But next on the list, Bryant McIntosh. And he's less than 100 points from catching the current Wildcat assistant coach and all-time assist leader. Reed inbounds it to Martinelli under some duress. Now Nick leaves it for Clayton. Spins to his right. Looks to West. Around to Reed. Fakes the three. Doesn't take it. Couple of dribbles. Bounces back to West. Driving hard. Out to Martinelli. Straight on three. No good. Rebound comes off to Coit for Maryland. Coit down the floor. Runs into Reed. Shot blocked by Clayton, who saves it to Reed. What a play by Jordan Clayton. Now Martinelli under the basket. Jumper no good. Tips it up, no. Got it back. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Last touch by Maryland.
Great hustle by Jordan Clayton, but the Cats have come down several times in transition and come up empty. We've seen that many times this season. They've got to clean up that fast break and cash in.
We saw it a couple times at Nebraska Saturday, Billy, as Cats inbound to Crop. Now Martinelli's got it. Nick leaves it. Reed open for three, doesn't take it. Now fires a hard bounce inside, no one home, and it's a Northwestern turnover, the second of the game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, a tough angle on the pass. I was going to say the Cats have 10 made field goals, 8 assists, and that was just their second turnover.
Isaiah Watts Jr. is into the game for the Terps, transfer from Washington State.
His dad played at the University of Washington, and the son of Slick Watts, former NBA player.
He bobbles, catches, drives to the left baseline, runs into a double team and turns it over. And Martinelli sends it to Crop ahead to West to the end. His shot is blocked. Washington blocks it, and Watts gets it right back. Across to Washington, fires left corner, Mills, three ball. High arcing shot is good, and Maryland within 5, 27-22, and Mills lighting it up, 16 points tonight.
Yeah, what a block and great hustle by Solomon Washington.
Here's West bouncing to Martinelli, high post. Driving on Coit, scoops it up, missed it. Rebound off of Crop and then taken by Maryland. There is Coit to the other end for the Terps, picked up by Martinelli. 6:12 to go in the half. Northwestern by 5. Coit pounds the dribble. Moving to his left. Now starts back to the right, chased by Martinelli. Looks left, Watts will try a three, that's no good. And the rebound scooped up by Mills, missed the shot, but he got fouled.
Mills just getting it all done this evening. Great stats by Mills, 16 points. That was his first rebound on 6 of 8 shooting.
The foul on Tyler Crop will send Mills to the free throw line. Mills made his only free throw attempt earlier. First one up and good. This Maryland team next to last in the Big Ten in free throw percentage, 77%. But they're third in free throw attempts per game.
And then that's why we mentioned at the start of the game, the Cats are going to have to try to keep this team out of the paint. And how about Mills? 17 of Maryland's 23 points.
Well, make it 18 of their 24. And it's a three-point game, 27-24. Cats have missed 5 straight, 7 of their last 8 shots. And the Terrapins are shooting 47%. Cats bring it down. Cheravino out there along with Singleton, Page, Martinelli, and West, who's got it. Lobbing for Cheravino, who elevates to make the catch and lays it in, 29-24.
Great decision by Jake West going over the top to the leaping Cheravino.
Now at the other end, Mills drives through everybody and gets to the rim for the layup. And it's 29-26. They got to find a way to stop him. He's got 20. 3-point Northwestern lead.
Jeff Gillooly.
There's Martinelli, left corner, takes the three. Into the paint, jump stop, hooks it out to West. West pressured, fires back to Nick, turns, fires, scores. Short jumper, quick release. It's 31-26. Nick Martinelli has 13 points. And Martinelli, 5 for 8 shooting. Now here's Mills. Cheravino cuts him off on the baseline, trying to rip the ball away. Throws it up for grabs. West, great one-handed catch. Driving on Coit. Put it up, no good. Foul called on Coit.
Great double team in the corner by the Cats, forcing Mills into the turnover, and Jake West alert, picking off the errant pass and getting fouled in transition.
First foul on Coit. Wildcats with a 5-point lead, and Jake West to the free throw line.
Dave, if you're a coach,
first one up and good by Jake.
And you're talking about trapping, you take that segment and you show it to your team, the hard trap, body-to-body contact, and making it difficult for the player to slip between the trap to make a clean pass. Great trap in the corner.
Adams and Washington in for Maryland. Second free throw no good for West. Rebounded by the Terps, and Adams will bring it up. 32-26 Northwestern. Here's Adams, leaves it for Metcalf at the top. Now to his left to Coit. Coit jogs out front with it. Played by Sheravino. Back to the left wing. Washington. Singleton puts a body on him. He backs his way into the paint. Wants to go up. Puts up a little fadeaway jumper. No good, but he got fouled.
Yeah, a little body underneath as Washington goes into the shot. Trey Singleton bodies into him, and just little contact on the lower extremities for the foul.
Second foul on Trey Singleton. Washington to the free throw line. Washington, 3 years at A&M, 97 games, averaged about 5 points and 5 rebounds. 64% foul shooter. That one is good. That's the 15th foul on the Cats. Jordan Clayton in.
And Buzz Williams always likes this size of player. He had some players like this at Marquette that can play multiple positions, rebound, defend out on the floor. Very versatile lineups.
A freshman from Spain, 6'5", Guillermo Del Pino checks in.
Got to roll that R, Dave. Guillermo.
Yes. Second free throw. I took a lot of Spanish classes. I just never quite mastered that.
Yeah, neither have I.
Sounded pretty good. Free throw good. Washington makes them both. Cuts the Wildcat lead to 4 points as we tick towards the 4-minute mark. Little backcourt pressure here, but the Cats bring it into the front court. Jaden Reed now glances back at his coach, getting some instructions. Look for Sheravino. Fakes the three. Back to Reed. Shot clock at 12. Reed to Martinelli. Around to Sheravino. Left side. Shot clock down to 7. Reed receives it. Shot clock at 4 at 3. Fires. Page gonna have to put it up. And the shot no good, off the iron. Rebounded by Metcalf.
Maryland just switching every time, and again with their size matchups, they're able to do that effectively.
Here's Del Pino, cross-court feed to Saunders. Martinelli on him. In the high post, now to Adams. Lobbing almost got away from Saunders on the left baseline. Now he skips it across to Washington, who is standing on the sideline. Turnover Maryland. That is the 6th Terrapin turnover. Keep up to date on the Wildcats by downloading the Northwestern app. Receive game day updates, news for all your favorite Northwestern teams. Access your mobile ticketing account and order in venue for the comfort of your seat. Search for the Northwestern Wildcats on the App Store and Google Play Store today. Northwestern leads Maryland 32-28, 3:17 to go. First half, this is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
The only morning show with helicopter traffic reports. Bob Surratt, 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Dave Ennett, Billy McKinney from Welsh Ryan Arena. 3:17 to go first half. Northwestern up 32-28. The Wildcats are shooting 50%. So are the Terps. The Wildcats, though, how about this? 10 assists on 12 made baskets and only 2 turnovers. The Cats have been at or near the top of the assisted turnover ratio in the nation all season, and they're doing a pretty good job at that tonight.
They certainly are, Dave. And the other area where they're getting a significant contribution this evening is from their bench. They've outscored Maryland 13-4. Jordan Clayton has been really good off the bench, as has Angelo Sciarvino.
Yep. Angelo's got 8. Also has 2 blocks, 2 assists. Jake West has 4 assists here. Jake continuing to climb Northwestern's freshman assist tally board. 75 assists now, which is already the most by a first-year player since 2005, since at least 2005. The Cats put it in play. Here's Martinelli bouncing for Page. Played by Washington. Wraparound feed for Reed. Back to Martinelli. 3 minutes to go. Shot clock at 10. Nick trying to shake free of Metcalf. Looks right. Reed for 3. Good! Jordan Clayton make that. Jordan Clayton. I took my eye. I thought Jaden Reed was over on the right side, but Clayton knocks down his second triple of the game, and it's 35-28.
Well, we are blocked out by a couple of cameramen and the officials. Jordan Clayton continuing to play well off the bench for the Cats.
No doubt about that. Now here's Adams' three-point land. Gets it to Metcalf. The drop step. Muscles up and banks it out. Saunders banks it home for his first points of the game.
Tough move by Saunders. Met at the rim by Page. Just goes right through him.
Here's Reed bouncing for Page. Holds, looks. Couple of dribbles, lost the ball, and it's up for grabs. Clayton dives on it. It's going to be a tie-up and will belong to Maryland on the arrow.
Yeah, Page trying to do something off the dribble out top and just lost the handle on it.
Cats with their third turnover. 35-30 Northwestern. We have 2:05 to go in the half. Here's Mills back in for Adams.
Comes back in with 20 points on 7 of 9 shooting.
For the Wildcats, Tyler Kropp back in. Del Pino sends it ahead to Washington. Bounces it inside, backing his way in and falling down is Mills, and foul called on Tyler Kropp.
Reed and Kropp trying to double team Mills in the corner, and they had him retreating away from the basket.
So that's 2 on Tyler. He goes out. Trey Singleton, who's got 2 fouls, comes in. Del Pino will inbound it to Metcalf. And now quickly off to Mills. Martinelli on him. He drives on Nick. Goes up for the shot. Off, blasts it in for Mills, who's had a huge half. He's got 22 points, and it's a 3-point Northwestern lead, 35-32. Martinelli to Reed. Drives into the paint. No-look feed underneath. Sciarvino looks for possession. Goes up. In and out. Rebound Metcalf.
One move too many underneath for Angelo. He had the layup on the left side, but thought the defense was reacting. A miss inside, and 1:14 left. We got a timeout here.
Buzz Williams takes a timeout with minute 14 to go in the half. 35-32. Maryland's wins this year of the Big Ten. Penn State at home. They blew out the Nittany Lions back in January. They won at Minnesota more recently, and they beat Iowa at home. I believe that was the game right after the Cats lost to the Hawkeyes in Iowa City on Super Bowl Sunday. And this is a Maryland team which had a deep NCAA tournament run a year ago, got to the Sweet 16 under Kevin Willard, who then departed, and Williams came in.
I would venture to say after this timeout, the Terrapins are probably going to look for that man that we've been talking about this entire first half, Andre Mills.
Wouldn't you?
Of course.
Saunders to inbound right sideline. Into Washington, quickly to Bills, left point. Reed on him. Now back to Del Pito. Return feed Mills. Inside there's Washington. Drops it weak side to Metcalf for a dunk. And it's a 1-point game, 35-34.
Yeah, the Cats switched to a zone that time and got caught on the backside.
First points for Metcalf. 52 seconds to go. 30-second differential shot clock to game clock. There's Page looking, driving, gets in deep, lost the ball. Del Pito the other way with it. Stripped of the ball by Reed. Out of bounds. It will stay with Maryland. Terps have a chance to take the lead here. 38 seconds to go in the half.
And Arrington Page with his second turnover, trying to create something off the dribble at a not such a good time as the Cat trying to hold on to this lead going into the half.
I think the Wildcats may be challenging, or is it just a timeout? Just a timeout apparently here.
Yeah, Jaden Reed did a nice job of hustling back and deflecting the ball from Del Pino. Cats trying to...
out-of-bounds play is under review.
Yeah, they are reviewing.
Good call, Dave.
We're down to 38.6 on the clock, but it looked to me like Reed tipped it out, but was it Reed or was it? Yeah,
it was Reed. Reed hustling
yeah.
back and dislodging the ball from Del Pino.
Wildcats will get the weekend off and then play next Tuesday night at Indiana, where they will put their 5-game winning streak against the Hoosiers on the line before coming home for back-to-back games to close out the home schedule against Oregon and Purdue before the regular season finale at Minnesota on March the 7th. And then the Big Ten tournament starting on the following Tuesday, March 10th. 2 games that day at the United Center. And as things stand now, the Wildcats would be one of the 4 teams in action on Tuesday. And if they were to win there, they would live to see another day, Wednesday, March 11th. And so on and so on, as long as they can keep it going.
Well, Assembly Hall, always a difficult place to play. And Indiana's been playing really well this year. But the Cats right now trying to hold off this Maryland Terrapins team, and Andre Mills, who is just lighting it up here in the first half.
Northwestern is successful. It will be white ball, out of bounds with 30 seconds on the shot clock.
All right, so Cats make the most of that.
Great hustle. Credit Jaden Reed with great hustle and getting back and not giving up on the turnover by Page out front.
Maryland's on a 6-0 run here. The Wildcats have 39 seconds left. For the Terps, Mills out there, Adams out there, and the Cats bring it up. Jaden Reed. Isaiah Watts guarding him as he brings it to the front court. 9-second differential shot clock to game clock. Reed standing dribble out at the logo. Watts gives him a wide berth. Now he jogs left, right in front of Buzz Williams. Trying to shake free. Drives, jump stop. His shot is blocked by Metcalf and grabbed out of the air by Washington. Ahead to Adams. Thought about the 3. 8 seconds to go. Mills out in front. Down to 6, down to 5. Mills stripped of the ball. It's up for grabs. Cats have it. Martinelli from three-quarters court. No good, and that will do it for the first half of the Wildcats. Will take the lead to the locker room at halftime, just barely, 35-34 over the Maryland Terrapins, after Jaden Reed picked up his fourth steal here in the first half, and it's a 1-point Northwestern lead.
Yeah, Jaden Reed, again, with great hustle after getting his shot blocked and knocked down, hustled back to help his teammate Jordan Clayton prevent Mills from scoring once again in the first half.
Well, that's the first question for assistant coach Brian James. How do you stop Andre Mills?
What did I tell you before the game, right,
Yeah.
Billy?
Yeah.
Those athletic, strong perimeter players have given us fits. And before they run any set play, the first option is always a flat, high ball screen. And he can either use the screen, which we're trying to, guard him with not only his defender, but also the center, or he rejects it. And then they go into their plays when that breaks down. So, we got to be able to keep he and Coit out of the lane, obviously, and shoot as tough a shots as possible. But 22 points and a half is obviously way too many.
Obviously, you've done some good things too. Your defense in sharing the ball. He had 13 made field goals and 11 assists.
Yeah, we are moving the ball a little bit, and what they do, they switch all 5 ways. They're switching the centers on the guards and so forth. It's tough to run, and that's a great compliment, Billy, to our offense when they switch like that, because they want you to go one-on-one, and we're really not really a one-on-one team. It's based off ball movement, so that's a good thing. But, again, they try to make you look bad by junking up the game.
Coach, one of the things that we've noticed is you've had some scoring opportunities in transition.
Yeah.
How do you write that?
Well, first of all, we've talked all year about driving in there and either driving and kicking out to the open perimeter man or finishing off 2 feet. And Jake West got one block. Jello just missed one inside. But, we got to finish off 2 feet and go up strong and either make the basket or get fouled. You know what I mean? We got to get some free points somehow, some way.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, guys.
Have a great second half.
Assistant Brian James, halftime 35-34. Northwestern leading Maryland. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the halftime show brought to you by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. This is Northwestern Basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Allegra is a full-service marketing company providing customized marketing, printing, mailing, and signage solutions to meet your business goals. Allegra offers a wide variety of creative solutions that are tailored to each business's unique challenges, from printing services and custom signs to mailing services and promotional marketing. Call Allegra in Evanston at 847-864-9797 or visit AllegraEvanston.com to learn more. Every game starts with teamwork, and at Goodwill, we believe in the same thing. When you shop secondhand, you're helping create jobs, strengthen communities, and give every item a second chance to shine. From game day looks to sustainable style, your next win starts at Goodwill. Visit GoodwillGreaterMC.org to find your nearest store. Goodwill, style with purpose, built for Wildcats.
It's Wildcat Basketball Halftime. Northwestern Basketball is presented by Wintrust, Chicago's bank and official bank of Northwestern Athletics. Northwestern Medicine, proudly leading the way towards better health care. Athletico, physical therapy partner of Northwestern Athletics. SeatGeek, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of Northwestern Athletics. And Odyssey Brands Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, preferred Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese of Northwestern Athletics. Here's the voice of the Cats, Dave Ennett.
By the way, that video review in the final minute of the first half was a Close Shave Instant Replay brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value. The Northwestern Basketball Halftime Show is presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Dave Ennett, Billy McKinney here halftime at Welsh Ryan Arena, 35-34. The Wildcats have led by as many as 8. Maryland led in the opening moment by a point, but haven't led since then. But Billy, the Wildcats getting a big game from Nick Martinelli. Now they just have to figure out a way to cool off Andre Mills.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough task because he's got it going. Sometimes as a player offensively, you get into a groove, and the only thing that can stop you is the end of the game. So the Cats are going to have to come up with a solution with Mills, who has shown that he can knock down shots from the perimeter, get in the paint. I'm trying to look at his point total.
22.
22 of their 34 points.
Yeah.
He's been absolutely getting it done. Good signs for the Cats. Again, I talked about the importance of their bench. 16 points off the bench for the Cats, which has been really good. And the one thing they've got to clean up, we talked with Brian James about it at the half, is cleaning up their transition plays. They've lost 10 to 12 points over the last several games in transition, and those are the kind of plays that can kind of turn the course of the game, Dave.
Jaden Reed, 4 steals for the Wildcats here in the first half, as the Cats have taken it away a total of 6 times, which is more than their per game average. And Jaden matches his season high set against Michigan State. 35-34, Wildcats lead it here at the half. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
How would you like to be able to listen to us while synced up to your TV in the comfort of your own home? Go to syncmygame.com, syncmygame.com to find out how. We'll be back with a check of scores, some of the other games tonight around college basketball, and more on our halftime report in a moment. At the half, Northwestern 35, Maryland 34. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Ozinga is a fourth-generation family-owned American business that provides quality bulk materials and diverse concrete solutions delivered where you need it, when you need it. With the help of our extensive network of transportation services, including truck, rail, barge, and ship terminals across the Midwest, Ozinga makes a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. For more information, visit ozinga.com. Hey, Wildcat fans! It's college basketball season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Alley-Oops. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Northwestern basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Northwestern Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats! SeatGeek.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Northwestern University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Our out-of-town scores are proudly sponsored by Explore Minnesota. Score a lifetime of memories by planning your dream trip at exploreminnesota.com. One game completed the Big Ten tonight. Rutgers winning at Penn State 85-72. Later on, 10th-ranked Illinois plays at USC. Other top 25 action tonight, and an upset in the making in Stores. 5th-ranked UConn trailing Creighton with just over a minute to go, 80-70. 25th ranked Alabama leading number 20 Arkansas in the final minute, 93-90. We'll come back and recap the scoring in this one in a moment. 35-34 Northwestern over Maryland at the half. Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
In this town, we know toughness. We fight through pain, get knocked down, and get back up. At Athletico, we bring that same heart to recovery. We don't just treat injuries. We see your drive, your purpose. We build recovery plans around your goals. Because you've already done the hard part. Now comes the power, the confidence, the comeback. Move like you mean it. Start today at Athletico.com. Physical therapy partner of the Northwestern Wildcats.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
I'm John Williams here weekdays 10 to 2. Now it's back out to Chicago's Big Ten team.
Here's how the scoring went in the first half. For the Wildcats, leading scorer Nick Martinelli, 5 of 8 shooting, 13 points. 8 for Angelo Cheravino, 6 for Jordan Clayton, 4 for Jake West to go along with 4 assists. 2 points and 4 steals for Jaden Reed. The Wildcats in the first half shot 48%, 13-27, 56% from 3, 5 of 9, 67% for the line, 4 out of 6. They were out-rebounded by the Terps 15-10. They had 11 assists, just 4 turnovers, 3 blocks, and 6 steals. For Maryland, leading scorer Andre Mills, 22, 4 each for Solomon Washington and David Coy, 2 each for Elijah Saunders and Colin Metcalf. Maryland shot 57%, 13-23, just 33% from beyond the arc, 3 of 9. They made all 5 of their free throw attempts, 7 assists, 8 turnovers, 4 blocks, and 2 steals. Those are your energizing highlights of the first half, powered by Constellation. To learn more, visit constellation.com/energy. Constellation, the preferred energy provider for Northwestern University Athletics. Tonight's game sponsor is Wildfire Restaurant. Steak, chops, and seafood. Wildfire is a preferred catering and dining partner of Northwestern Athletics. We'll take a timeout, and we'll get the second half underway in a moment. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Northwestern fans, come hang out at Jake Melnick's Corner Tap, Chicago's favorite sports bar. A place that has something for everyone, including students. Show your valid student ID to get 15% off your bill and enjoy everything from great burgers, award-winning wings, and a wide selection of craft beer and cocktails. Can't make it to Jake's but looking for game day fuel? Head to JakeMelnicks.com for takeout and delivery options. Jake Melnick's Corner Tap at 41 East Superior Street. Come join us. Abbott in the Big Ten. 18 schools. One blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
It's Bob Surratt and the morning crew, 6 till 10 a.m. on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Both teams are back on the floor. We're just about set to get the second half underway here at Welsh Ryan Arena. Northwestern holding a 1-point lead on Maryland. Nick Martinelli, 13 points in the first half. Well on his way to getting above the 20-point mark in his last 3 games against Maryland. Nick has averaged 25.7, and he's almost exactly on pace for that so far here tonight.
You can rest assured that Maryland knows that they have to try to slow him down some way, somehow. But what's going to help Nick here in the second half is the fact that his other teammates have been very productive tonight, especially off the bench. You know, Shervino with 8 points. Jordan Clayton's been solid. Even Arrington Page has had some good moments in spite of the 2 turnovers, some good passes, some good hustle. So those are important components to Nick's success.
The Northwestern basketball halftime show was presented by the Village of Bedford Park. Bring your business home. Cats will have it first here in the second half. Also, Darius Adams, who averages almost 12 points a game, the star freshman, the other star freshman for Maryland, scoreless in the first half. Here is West out in front with the ball, working against the Maryland zone. Now Singleton back to West. They work it around Martinelli wide on the right side, and he'll fire up a 3, and it's good! Nick Martinelli stops it. Why not? Let it fly and knocks it down. He's got 16, and the Cats are back up by 4. 38-34, the opening minute of the second half.
Martinelli, 6 of 9 shooting on this game, so he's red hot as well.
There's Washington to Metcalf in the high post. Saunders rather, and he'll hand it off to Adams. Now Adams gets inside, pull-up jumper, good. His first points for Darius Adams. Yep. Yeah. 38-36. Martinelli handles the ball into the front court. Looks left, passes right. Singleton right of the circle. Back to Martinelli. Thought about the 3 again, doesn't take it. Goes to Reed, left baseline drive, creates some space. Bounces back to Martinelli around to West at the top. 8 to shoot. To Nick for 3. That one rattles out. And the rebound taken by the Terps as Washington was falling out of bounds but saved it to Adams. And here's Adams, stop and go dribble all the way to the baseline. Cut off there. Back to Saunders. Looks right to Washington. High lob, catch by Saunders, right baseline. Out it goes, Mills 3, good. And Andre Mills has a new career high, 25 points, and Maryland has taken a 1-point lead, 39-38.
Death, Texas, and Andre Mills jumper guaranteed tonight.
So far tonight, 4 for 5 from 3. Now West tries to answer for 3, missed it. Rebound Metcalf for Maryland. Here comes Mills accelerating. Drives past Kropp, leaves it for Metcalf in the lane, doesn't shoot. Goes back to Adams. Gets a screen from Metcalf. Adams on the baseline shooting over Kropp, missed it, but he's fouled. That'll be number 3 on Tyler Kropp.
I'm not sure where Kropp was supposed to go on that play. Good position defense that time. Picks up his 3rd foul, which could have been easily an offensive foul as Adams crashes into him trying to get his shot off.
So Adams, who just scored his first 2 points of the game, at the free throw line here. 72% free throw shooter. First one clangs off the back iron, no good.
Justice.
Here's Angelo Shervino in for Tyler Kropp. Another free throw attempt here for Adams, who hails from Manchester, New Jersey, McDonald's All-American. Originally committed to Connecticut and then opted to go to Maryland as he makes the second free throw, and it's a 2-point Maryland lead, their largest of the game, 40-38. Opening 3-minute second half. Here's West. Looks left, gets it back, and goes back to Reed. Left corner, 3 is off the rim. Rebound fought for and out of bounds to Northwestern. Martinelli battling hard under the glass.
Yeah, Reed with the left corner miss, bounces off, and Martinelli again fighting between Maryland defenders to keep the ball alive.
Reed looking to get it in, having trouble. High lob, and it's grabbed by Washington. Cats turn it over as Adams drives down the lane, missed the layup. Rebound, Martinelli had it, lost it, and it's taken away by Cheravino. Bouncing ahead to West on the right wing. Fires inside. There's Singleton, turns and lays it in.
The Cats that time cash in transition.
It got a little dicey there for a moment, but Singleton has his first point, so we're tied at 40. 3 minutes gone, second half. The clock's not moving. The clock is not moving. No one's noticed it. It still says 17:01. The clock is stopped, and play is continuing. Now it's going. And under the basket, Washington reverses it up, missed it. Rebound Singleton. Angles a skip pass to Reed for a spot-up three. It's no good. Rebound, Cheravino put it back up, missed it. And the rebound taken by the Terps. Mills. Was I imagining that, Billy?
No, you were not.
Okay, now Maryland turns it over. West has it. Lead pass down the right side. Cheravino, and he's fouled on the shot.
And fouled by Mills there. And it looks like Cheravino, if he could have elevated over Mills, but employed the double pump, gets the foul. But they've got to review that time because there's probably at least 15, 20 seconds.
At least. All right, Cheravino at the free throw line. Now let's see. DJ Carstenson's over at the scorer's table. And that may be... Okay, they are going to review it. All right, so this close shave instant replay is brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, a quality shave and trusted value.
Dave, they heard you and they noticed your wow waving at the clock. You caught their attention.
I love trying to get someone's attention.
Very demonstrative.
Maybe everybody knew and I was overreacting. I'm not sure. Chicagoland for premium apparel and promotional products. Look no further than IAS Branding, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics. The industry standard in corporate athletic and event merchandise. IAS Branding is your one-stop solution to bring your brand to life. Visit IASbranding.com to learn more. 16:33 currently showing on the clock. I don't think that's going to be the time when this review ends.
Yeah, and it took some time for the shot clock to start as well, Dave, and the officials caught it. And I know they have their whistles timed to the clock.
Yes.
That they have to make sure that they're functional prior to the ball game. But every once in a while, you just have those kind of errors in the game, and it's a great thing it was caught.
Mills, meantime, called for the foul. That's his first foul on Maryland this half. We're tied at 40, 16:33 to go. The Terrapins are last in the Big Ten in field goal percentage. They are last or next to last. Field goal percentage, three-point field goal percentage, free throw percentage, field goal percentage defense, three-point defense, scoring margin, turnovers per game, turnover margin. And need I go on, but they're playing pretty well tonight.
I was going to say, when you talk about field goal percentage.
16-19.
Okay, so they flipped the clock from 16:33 to 16:19.
14 seconds different. Oh, no problem. The Maryland shooting 56% for the game. And a lot of that is a result of Andre Mills, who's been getting into the paint, doing everything but doing the broadcast tonight.
Free throw good. Well, he's not going to bump our friend Johnny Holiday off the Maryland broadcast.
The legendary.
Legend. Mills out, Metcalf out for Maryland. Washington's in and Coit is in. And Angelo Cheravino looking for his 10th point of the game. He's got it. Double figures for the 5th time this year for Jello. And it's 42-40. The Cats back in front with 16:15 to go. Here's Coit angling right into the front court off to Adams. Now up top Washington, leaves it for Saunders with Cherovino on him between the rings. Back to Adams, shot clock at 12. Adams, jab step, backs it out on the dribble. West guarding, 8 to shoot. Adams with 6, with 5. Goes to the left, 3 ball, good by Watts. Isaiah Watts with his first points of the game, and it's Maryland by 1, 43-42. Now Reed bouncing backdoor Cherovino for a dunk from Jaden Reed, and the Cats up by 1, 44-43.
Jello moving behind the zone defense, and a great no-look pass by Jaden Reed.
Here's Adams to Washington. He's had a few of those the last couple of games. Now Watts to Adams, lobbing ahead to Saunders, high post. Hands to Coit. Gets a screen from Saunders. Goes to Saunders out on the left. Hands it back to Coit. Left baseline jumper good by Coit. And Maryland now by 1, 45-44.
Boy, a tough shot by Coit. Jaden Reed draped all over him.
Now at the other end, Reed under the basket. Tried to drop it off to Singleton. It ends up in the arms of Adams. Ahead to Coit. Stops three-point line. Leaves it for Adams. Driving in on West, and he scores. And it's 47-44 Terps.
Well, the turnover leading to transition points for the Maryland Terrapins. And we're looking at that clock again, Dave. 14:37 remaining.
There's West. Started right, bounces for Singleton. Looks to the right wing. There's Martinelli, right baseline. Spins to his left. Pulls it back out. Feeds Reed. Skip pass. West. Baseline into Singleton. Turns to his right. Jumper up. No good. Rebound Watts.
Cats come down with a couple of empty trips.
And here's Coit driving to the basket. Draws the foul. Missed the shot.
Yeah, in transition, getting a screen, brushing off the defense, and attacking the rack. Something that Maryland has done well throughout the year.
Singleton picks up his third foul, and that will get us to a timeout. Wildcat fans, Game Day Spirit has you covered in store or online for the best Northwestern game day essentials. Shop top brands like Under Armour, Champion, and Tommy Bahama, all at the official fan store of the Northwestern Wildcats. Shop in-store at 1807 Central in Evanston or online 24/7 at shop.nusports.com. Game Day Spirit, where Wildcat fans shop. Maryland leads Northwestern 47-44, 14:07 to go. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Odyssey Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer. Give your loved ones, friends, and colleagues a gift they'll be sure to make use of. Mouth-watering steaks from the Lynn's Shop. You can choose from an array of aged USDA prime steaks, roast seafood, and more. If you know someone who loves a good steak, why not treat them to some quality beef from Lynn's that will fill their stomach and their heart? Give the gift of premium beef at thelynn'sshop.com and use code GOCATS for 20% off. Brought to you by Meats by Lynn's, the preferred partner of legendary steakhouses worldwide since 1963. Odyssey Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese are produced with 4 generations of our family's expertise and commitment. We start with the best dairy farms providing high-quality milk so you can feel good about what you feed your family. Odyssey Greek Yogurt and Feta Cheese, proud partner of Northwestern Athletics, now available at your local grocer.
Bob Surratt in charge of the station, weekday morning 6 to 10 on your home for Big Ten basketball.
Minnesota has thousands of trails for cross-country skiing, fat biking, snowshoeing, and snowmobiling. Minnesota's cross-country skiing trails offer more miles of skiing than a trek from St. Paul to the West Coast and offer 22,000 miles of groomed trails for snowmobiling. Learn more at exploreminnesota.com. 14:07 to go. Maryland's outscored the Cats since halftime 13-9 by shooting 71%, 5 out of 7 to the Cats, 3 for 9. And also extending or maintaining their rebounding edge. And the Wildcats find themselves down by 3 here with 14:07 to go, which means, Billy, we're only about 2 minutes away from what's become a kind of a stumbling block for the Wildcats right around that 12-minute mark.
And I was asking before the timeout, if that trend maybe started a little earlier tonight as the Cats struggled to score, and then Maryland comes down and gets points in the paints off of drives to the basket. And a long three by Watts right in front of the Maryland bench, which was a deep three as the shot clock was winding down. And now we have Coit at the line looking to extend the lead.
After the foul on Singleton as he goes out and Kropp is in. Coit, 87% to the line. First one's good. Extending Maryland's largest lead now to 4 points. And another one here for Coit. That one's no good. And Cherubino skies for the rebound. 48-44, Terrapins, 14 minutes to go. Clock is moving. Here is Martinelli, can't catch up with a bounce pass from Reed, and it's out of bounds to the Terps.
And the 7th turnover for the Cats, and we've seen that a couple of times, a little miscommunication between Reed and Martinelli. And at this juncture of the game, the Cats can't afford those kind of unforced errors.
There's Coit driving on Martinelli, pulls it back out. Shot clock at 15. Cross-court feed for Watts. Reed on him. Fires it. Adams for three. It's no good. And the rebound, Washington for Maryland. And a fresh shot clock here for the Terps. Here's Coit. He's picked up by Kropp. Now drives on the baseline. His pass tipped, but caught by Washington, who lays it in. It was tipped by one of the Cats, but Washington still able to grab it, and it's a 6-point Maryland lead, 50-44, a 7-0 run for the Terrapins. Now Clayton a three, good, his third of the game. Boy, they needed that, and the Cats are back within 3, 50-47.
And how good has Jordan Clayton been tonight? Just a model of consistency off the bench.
No doubt. That he is. 50-47, Terps. Step back three for Coit, no good. Saunders, the rebound, had it stripped away, and the Cats come away with it. There's Reed, and he's fouled at midcourt by Watts.
Yeah, one of the things in transition when you have a break, I was always taught the guard gets the ball to the middle of the floor, and that makes the defense claim the ball, and then you got people running the wing. Sometimes the spacing the Cats have had in transition have just been too close together.
So Clayton got that steal. He's got the ball right now. Looks for West, open for three. Yes! Jake West, his second three of the game, and we are tied at 50.
Beautiful shot. Great execution by the Cats. Now we're entering the witching hour.
12:20 to go. Here's Washington under the basket, missed the layup, rebound tipped around, and it's out of bounds. Which way? Northwestern ball. So Jordan Clayton had, how about that, a steal? He had the three-pointer, then he had a steal, then he set up West for the three. Pretty good sequence there for Jordan. Martinelli into the front court. Cats look to retake the lead here. Here is West bouncing for Nick at the top against Coit. A jab step, another one. Steps inside the arc, out to Clayton, another three. Good again! His fourth of the game! And the Wildcats are back in front, 53-50.
Great patience by Martinelli that time, drawing the defense as they were looking to double team him and finding Clayton wide open in front of the Cats bench.
And Buzz Williams wants a timeout here as the Wildcats go on a 9-0 run to take a 3-point lead, 53-50 over the Maryland Terrapins. Wildcats fans, score a basket for your taste buds on game days with Odyssey Brands Greek yogurt and feta cheese, made by 4 generations of master cheesemakers, and available at your local grocer. It's Northwestern 53, Maryland 50, 11:46 remaining. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
At Guzman y Gomez, we are fast food athletes say yes to. As a proud sponsor of Northwestern Athletics, GYG is serving up real clean burritos, bowls, nachos, and more. Made fresh daily right here in Evanston and across Chicagoland. Stop by our restaurants in Naperville, Schaumburg, Crystal Lake, Buffalo Grove, Deerfield, Des Plaines, and of course, Evanston. GYG is here to fuel the community, whether it's dining in our restaurant, ordering through our GoMex app, or even catering. With delicious food food that's fast, fresh, and full of good vibes. Guzman y Gomez. Fast food athletes say yes to.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
Stay local. Get Chicago's news first with Lisa Dent. Weekdays at 2 on WGN.
Well, Jordan Clayton has a career-high 12 points on a career-high 4 3-point field goals. Cats have hit back-to-back-to-back triples. Clayton, West, and Clayton, and they have taken a 53-50 lead. And Billy, we are inside the 12-minute mark, 11:46 remaining.
And from this point, we just have to see the Cats have the momentum going into this timeout with those back-to-back threes. Clayton having one well of a game, and again, you have to sing praises to the Cats bench, outscoring Maryland 26-10. Sheravino has been terrific this evening with 12 points on 4-7 shooting. The Cats have improved their shooting here in the second half. They're up to 50% now.
3 Wildcats in double figures, led by Nick Martinelli with 16. 1 Terrapin in double figures, Andre Mills with 25, but only 3 so far here in the second half.
Well, let's hope he's run out of enthusiasm for the evening.
I don't think that's the case, but Adams has 5 since halftime.
My high school coach used to say that if you missed a putt and you were short, he said that one just ran out of enthusiasm.
For the Wildcats, Martinelli, Kropp, Clayton, Sheravino, and West.
And this would be huge for the Cats here.
Clayton
to come out and make a stop after this, after the timeout. See Mills back in the ball game.
All right, Coit will inbound right in front of Buzz Williams. With West guarding, bounces into Mills. Clayton on him. 11:42 to go as he creeps to the right side. Now starts back left, gets a screen from Washington, picked up by Sheravino is Mills. Now he drives on Angelo all the way to the baseline. Has to bounce it out and around to Coit. Shot clock at 8. Coit against Martinelli. Right of the lane. Steps back behind the three-point line. Fade away 3, no good. Rebound, Metcalf. And he shoots over Kropp. Missed the shot. Rebound loose. There's a scramble for it. Maryland's Mills picks it back up. And now he heaves one out to Adams and around to Coit for a reload 3. That's no good. And Clayton grabs the rebound.
Wow, Cats dodged a bullet there, giving up 2 offensive rebounds. And Clayton all over the floor this evening.
There's West with 10:55 to go to Martinelli. Back to Jake West. Three-point land right side. Up top, there's Clayton. Breaks free from a screen. Feeds it to Martinelli. Jab step, another one. Now he works his way down the paint against Washington. Left-hand hook, no good. And a foul is called.
Yeah, Martinelli pushed as he goes into the shot, at least from this vantage point.
Well, he was being held all the way down the lane. And that will get us to a timeout with 10:39 remaining. Barbasol Shaving Cream delivers a quality shave at an honest value for over 100 years. Barbasol is America's #1 shaving cream. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. It's Northwestern 53, Maryland 50, 10:39 remaining. It's Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Experience the best of downtown Evanston when you stay at the Hilton Orrington. The newly renovated hotel features all new guest rooms and suites. This season, score sensational offers close to Northwestern events with seasonal packages and accommodations suited for families, graduates, and sports fans, including unique corner quad accommodations featuring 4 connecting guest rooms and a private corridor. When you want to be in the center of game day action, it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay. Visit Hilton.com/Orrington Evanston to learn more.
If you aren't paying with a Northwestern Athletics debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, Are you really a Northwestern fan? Of course you are, but swiping with purple and white is much more fun. Pay with Wildcat Pride every time with the official Northwestern Athletics debit card. Get yours when you open an eligible Wintrust Community Banks account. Visit wintrust.com/Northwestern to choose an eligible account and score your Northwestern card. Wintrust. Different approach, better results. Member FDIC. Specialty debit cards not available for all Wintrust Community Bank account types, charters, and branches.
News, weather, and traffic from the copter. It's a three-pointer in the morning. Surratt, 6 till 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
10:39 remaining here at Welsh Ride Arena. Northwestern leading Maryland 53-50. The Terrapins have missed 7 of their last 8 shots, their last 6. Cats have put up 9 straight points to take the lead here. We should mention that the Terrapins, with all these new players, they also have on their roster a couple of guys who played for other Big Ten schools previously but are injured, including Pharrell Payne, who was a real force inside at Minnesota a couple of years ago. Played at Texas A&M for Buzz Williams last year, but he only played in 10 games this year before he sustained some sort of a hip issue, I believe. And then Miles Rice, who played last year in Indiana, in fact had 11 points against the Cats here at Welsh Ride Arena. He's only played in 17 games. He's missing his 5th straight game tonight.
Yeah, they're missing some firepower, which is just something that happens throughout the course of the year. You have to deal with injuries, and it's important, as teams go into it, sometimes you don't plan on injuries. That's why it's so important to develop your roster in the event you have injuries that occur throughout the course of the season. But the Cats on this run, Maryland has shown that they can go on runs too, so the Cats are going to have to maintain their tough defensive standards here down the stretch with 10:39 to play.
Foul was on Coit, his second. Not a shooting foul. Cats inbound the ball. Here's West to Martinelli at the top, and he's bumped right away by Saunders. That'll be the 4th Maryland foul.
Maryland foul number 13, Elijah Saunders, his second.
Second on Saunders.
Martinelli attacking the lead foot of Saunders.
Clayton inbound right sideline to Kropp, who hands it back to Jordan, jogs left. Looks right. Play by Mills, bouncing for Kropp beyond the 3-point line. Kropp to Clayton, and there's another Maryland foul.
Yep, Mills trying to tackle Sheravino in the paint.
Second on Mills.
A hard cut by Sheravino forces Mills to make a decision, and he picks up the foul.
All right, West to inbound. 5th team foul. Now it's into Martinelli. Martinelli drives on Washington. Triple team down to the basket. Heaves it back out to Clayton for a step back 3. Good again! His 5th of the game! A 12-0 run fueled by Jordan Clayton, and the Wildcats are up 6, 56-50.
Great decision by Clayton with the pump fake to let the defense go by and then knock down the open 3 in front of the Cats bench.
Now here's Coit, 3-point land, just past the 10-minute mark. Coit against Clayton. Feeds it to Adams. Adams behind the back dribble, drives to the baseline, can't get a shot up, trying, double teamed, shot clock violation.
Now, great individual defense by Nick Martinelli, but how about Tyler Kropp once he picks up his dribble, coming over and employing the double team.
Wildcats have held Maryland scoreless for 3.5 minutes while scoring 12 points. And looking for more right here with 9:35 to go. Here's West to Clayton. Now Angelo Sheravino. Cats working around the perimeter. West to Sheravino. Leaves it for Clayton around to West. Tried to feed it inside. Ball was kicked. Intended for Martinelli. It was kicked by Coit and Adams. One or the other or both. The Cats will take it out at the hash mark across from us. Martinelli to trigger. Into Clayton. 9:22 to go. 6-point Northwestern lead. West back to Clayton. Up top Sheravino. Fires it left to West. Back to Angelo. Driving, floater, no. Got his own rebound. Put it back up and in. It's a 14-0 run. It's an 8-point Northwestern lead.
What a play by Sheravino. gets in the shot, gets in the drive, middle range jumper, and then gets the
Now
offensive
Coit
rebound.
at the other end, missed the shot over the rim. Rebound Clayton. West to Sheravino to the rim. His dunk attempt is blocked by Washington, who stares down Sheravino along the baseline afterwards.
Well, that pass thrown a little behind Sheravino, or else we would have seen somebody get posterized, but Sheravino, having a strong game off the bench, just says, you know what, I'm going to throw it down, I'm going to draw the foul.
Second foul on Washington.
And what defense by the Cats inside on Coit, who drives in and gets a shot blocked, and the Cats are off to the races.
First free throw, no good for Sheravino. It's about the first thing Cats have missed in what seems like an eternity. Here's Adams out, Metcalf in. Prop in for the Wildcats, replacing Singleton. Another free throw attempt here for Sheravino, who's got 14 points in the game.
One of his best games of the season.
No doubt. Second free throw, that one's no good. Maryland ball, 8:46 to go. Trying to end a 14-0 Northwestern run. Here's Mills, slashes into the paint, then back out to Saunders. Now Mills gets it back from Saunders, picked up by Martinelli. He'll take a three. Got it.
Wow, deep three.
And Mills adds to his career high. That's his fifth three of the game. He's got 28.
And Martinelli challenges the three, but Mills has just been on fire tonight.
Now Clayton for three. Another one. 6 threes for Jordan Clayton. 61-53 Northwestern.
Jordan Clayton having a marquee night.
6 for 7 from beyond the arc. Now Coit and the students pick up the Jordan Clayton chant. Step back three for Mills. No good. Rebound drop for the Wildcats.
Great block out by...
Here's Martinelli at the end of the break. Layup good. In transition, the Cats score 2, and it's a 10-point lead. 63-53, 7:40 to go.
Now can they keep up this great momentum?
Timeout Maryland, 7:38 remaining. The Wildcats have outscored the Terrapins 19-3 to take a 10-point lead. 63-53, 7:38 remaining. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Are you ready for the ultimate transportation experience? Look no further than Windy City Limousine and Bus Worldwide, an official transportation partner of the Northwestern Wildcats. Our top-of-the-line fleet will cater to your every need. Sit back, relax, and leave the driving to our professional chauffeurs. Whether you're heading to campus, exploring the Windy City, or attending special events, Windy City Limousine has got you covered. Visit WindyCityLimos.com or call us at 866-94-WINDY to book your ride today. Stay windy and go Cats.
Sometimes the thought of being in your warm and cozy home is what gets you through the day. But what happens when you get home and there is no heat? Who do you call for fast, reliable service? 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, you can consider it done when you trust the experts at ABC Plumbing, Sewer, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. Book your appointment today at 4abc.com and consider it done.
I'm John Landecker, and I got your evenings covered weeknights starting at 7. Back to the Cats.
Attention all Northwestern students and Wildcat fans. Pace Bus now offers quick and stress-free rides from Evanston to O'Hare Airport for just $2. Google Pace Bus Pulse Debster for more information. The Wildcats have outscored Maryland over the last 5.5 minutes, 19-3. Jordan Clayton, 18 points to share scoring honors with Nick Martinelli. It's the first time Jordan's been in double figures this season. Only the third time in his career. He had never made more than 3 threes in a game. He's made double that here tonight. 6 for 7. Somewhere, Billy Tyberry has got to be smiling tonight.
Yeah, I think all the Cats fans and former players are, because this young man has just remained patient. Hasn't played as consistently probably as he'd like, but he's always ready to play. And for anyone listening to this, a former player or watching on television, this is the kind of young man that helps make your team better, because regardless of what circumstances he's in, he comes prepared, he comes prepared to help his team win and to perform on both ends of the floor.
And remember last season, after the Wildcats lost both Brooks Barnhauser and Jalen Leach, and they needed bodies, and he was not playing, hadn't played, but he went to Chris Collins and said, put me in, coach, and ended up being a starter much of the remainder of the season. Here's Coit now from Maryland. Finds Mills, catch and shoot three, an air ball caught underneath by Washington, and he's fouled by Clayton.
Yeah, good foul by Clayton, not giving up the easy deuce on a rare missed air ball by Mills. Andre Mills has just been sensational this evening. Again, 28 points on 10 of 13 shooting. But the Cats have responded really well in the second half. They're shooting 56% from the field.
Washington 2 shots here. 2 for 2 in the game. First one up and good. Second foul on Clayton. Just the third team foul on the Cats. Another one coming here for Washington. Former Gatorade Player of the Year in California. And he misses that one. And the rebound, Nick Martinelli for the Cats.
Now the Cats just have to be efficient here offensively and disciplined.
63-54. Here's Sheravino to Martinelli for an open three. Good! Nick Martinelli knocks down the Cats' 12th three-pointer of the game. Nick's over the 20-point mark again, and it's 66-54. Coit to the other end, sends it back out to Washington. And now Watts feeds Coit between the circles. Coit wide on the left, trying to shake free, gets down the lane, kicks it out in the right corner. A three up and good for Watts, his second of the game, 66-57.
Yeah, tough three by Watts. Cats made him relocate, but he still managed to knock it down across from the Maryland bench.
There is Jake West out in front, played by Mills. 6:22 to go, 66-57 Northwestern. Martinelli works his way down the right side of the lane, back out to West. Fires inside to a posting Tyler Kropp. Jump hook, no. Rebound Washington. Not quite enough on it.
Yeah, just a little off balance, fading away as a result of the defensive pressure.
6 minutes to go. Here's Coit to Washington, swings it left to Watts, who hit that three a moment ago. Return feed for Coit. Gets a screen from Metcalf. Now Coit will put up a three. That one's no good. Rebound grab by Metcalf underneath. Tied up though. And it's going to be Maryland ball.
Yeah, good tie-up though nonetheless. Again, Sheravino with the hustle there because that looked like an offensive rebound and a putback.
Here's Singleton in for Kropp. 66-57 Northwestern, 5:48 remaining. And Maryland inbounding the ball to Washington. Under the basket, sends it back out to Coit. Picked up by Singleton. Shot clock at 12. Coit will drive, puts up a jumper, a fadeaway, no good. Sheravino the rebound and a foul call.
Yeah, Jake West trying to screen off Washington there, just gets underneath him.
First on Jake. Fourth team. Maryland will inbound on the baseline. Watts heaves it, one-handed by Washington. Out near the scorer's table, and Maryland goes to work here with Mills. Looks left, foul line extended. Washington against Singleton, spins to his left, got up in the air, lost the ball. Clayton's got it, 3-on-2. Clayton lobs, Sheravino missed the layup. Rebound Watts.
And those are the kind of plays that have to be made in games like this. But great fast break by the Cats.
There's Coit, we're down to 5:08, 66-57 Northwestern. Mills driving to the basket, scoops it up and scores.
Way too easy. Jordan Clayton gets beat off the dribble and the help wasn't there because the move was so quick by Mills.
Mills has 30. Bar 53 to go. 66-59. There's Martinelli. Shot fake. Martinelli at the top, working against Coit. Out to West, open. Steps past Watts and now pulls it back out. Feeds Martinelli down the lane. Nick jump stop. He gets fouled.
And
that's going to send Nick to the free throw line. That's going to be a 1-and-1.
Again, Martinelli catching the defense, trying to run out at him and attacking the basket, draws the foul.
Third foul on Mills.
And the Cats need these free throws, Dave.
Well, Nick is 2 for 2 from the line. 83% in Big Ten play from the line. Free throw good. Nick Martinelli, 22 points, came in leading the Big Ten in scoring at 22.1. Got 22 here tonight, looking for his 23rd. He's got it. And the Wildcats lead it by 9, 68-59 with 4.5 minutes to go. Mills brings it down for the Terps, met by Singleton, gives it up to Solomon Washington. Pressured a bit by Cherubino. Now he drives into the paint, knocks Cherubino away, puts up a jumper, missed it, tipped around, loose in the corner, out of bounds. Northwestern ball.
Wow.
Well, it worked out.
Yes, it did. Solomon got away with an offensive foul as he cleared Cherubino almost into the band.
I don't know if he and Cherubino, for all we know, is a musical guy. I don't know.
Musical genius.
There's Clayton to West, around to Martinelli, driving into traffic. He gets fouled. And Nick's going to go right back to the free throw line.
And this is why Nick is so smart offensively. He takes advantage of the smallest mistake that the defense makes. As they charge out at him, he continues to move, and it's hard to change directions that quickly.
8th team foul, second on Watts. 1-1 here for Nick Martinelli. Free throw up and good. Nick's free throw percentage has continued to rise, even though he's struggled a bit lately. Second free throw is good.
Well, everything about his game continues to rise because he continues to work in spite of the circumstances and in spite of the record.
25 points tonight for Nick. 70-59 Northwestern. 3:55 to go. There's Adams, head fake, drives in, and his shot won't go. Foul called, I believe, on Martinelli that time. Or was it Cherubino? But in any event, it was Martinelli. And that's going to get us to a timeout. Ozinka's purpose is to make a positive impact to the community, which is why they're the proud sponsor of the Together Building Better promotion. For every point Northwestern men's and women's basketball team scores this season, Ozinka will donate $1 to the NU Dance Marathon. Thank you, Ozinka, for your support in this great cause. Go Cats. Northwestern leads Maryland 70-59, 3:50 to go. This is Northwestern basketball presented by Wintrust from Learfield on 720 WGN.
Hey Northwestern fans, enjoy a meal at Wildfire, a 1940-style supper club featuring steaks, chops, and seafood. Try one of Wildfire's signature dishes from our all-American menu: horseradish-crusted filet, Wildfire chopped salad, roasted prime rib, and cedar plank salmon. Dine in and take in the smells from the wood-burning oven, or watch our chefs in action at our open kitchen. Lunch, dinner, carry-out, and private parties. Stop by any one of our 5 Chicago area Wildfire locations. For reservations, visit wildfirerestaurant.com.
America has an undeniable, unstoppable energy. At Constellation, our energy matches yours. We're generating electricity 24/7 with hydro, wind, solar, and the nation's largest carbon-free nuclear fleet. Enough clean energy to power 15 million homes today, and a commitment to helping you build a brighter tomorrow. Power on, America. Learn more at constellationenergy.com/poweron.
Chicago wakes up with me, Bob Surratt, and the morning crew, 6 to 10 on your home for Wildcat basketball.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio, channel 372, in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com. And Nick Martinelli has his most points since he scored 34 against Penn State on January 29th. He's got 25 here tonight. He did just pick up his first foul, but the Wildcats have an 11-point lead with 3:50 to go in the game.
Well, the Cats just have to continue this recipe that they've had with scoring and solid defense here against Maryland, and getting such tremendous production off their bench again. 34 points off the bench, and Jordan Clayton has just been absolutely off the chains.
All right, Adams at the line for 2 after the foul on Nick. He's 1 for 2 from the line tonight. Free throw good for the freshman, who had 20 against Alabama. He hit 5 of 7 threes in that game. He makes both the free throws here. It's 70-61, a 9-point Northwestern lead with 3:47 to go. Little backcourt pressure, but Martinelli and West bring it into the front court, and West fires into Singleton, back out to Martinelli, and the Cats will reset as West jogs right.
Smart play by Singleton, not forcing the action.
Here's West, looks for Martinelli, shot clock at 10. Nick against the freshman Adams. Works his way into the lane, leans in, little floater won't go. And the rebound, Washington for Maryland, 3:20 remaining. Adams down the court. Adams drives on Martinelli, and a foul on Nick.
Yeah, Martinelli with a little hip bump there. Trying to prevent Adams from getting to the paint.
But it was only the 6th foul.
You know, and Adams there, looking at the replay on the big screen, also initiated the contact. Maryland very physical when they drive to the basket. They are forcing the officials to make a call.
Adams feeds it into Mills, makes a catch, but gets fouled by, I think, Clayton on the baseline.
Yeah, Clayton
going for the steal.
Sorry about that, Dave. Clayton prevents an easy layup on that out of bounds play.
3rd foul on Jordan. And that will be a 1-and-1 for Mills, who's got 30 points, a career high here tonight. 11 for 15, 5 for 8 from 3, 3 for 3 from the line. Free throw up and good.
Maryland might be struggling this year, but they've got a good recruiting class coming in, and they've got these 2 freshmen.
They've got a couple guys redshirting this year. And Mills makes both the free throws, and the lead's down to 7 with 3:14 to go. There's Martinelli, flings it to Clayton in the front court. Now back to West as we tick towards the 3-minute mark. West protecting the ball, now starts his dribble. Watts eyeing him. Now West drives left, picked up by Washington. Back to Martinelli. 3, no good. Long rebound out to Watts. Here's Coit the other way for Maryland. And now Mills slashing his way into the paint. Put up the shot, no good. Foul called. And now this is where things start to get interesting.
Especially when you have a team like Maryland, and they have the kind of players that attack the rack consistently. They're in the bonus right now, so the Cats have to make shots on the other end and then build a wall to prevent that dribble penetration into the paint.
4th foul on Clayton. 2 shots here from Mills. First one good. So Maryland chipping away here. The Cats have missed their last 4 shots after a real hot stretch. Now it's a 2-possession ball game here with 2:44 remaining. And Mills makes them both. Got the Wildcat lead to 5 with 2:44 to go.
Yeah, look for Maryland to continue with this full court pressure to slow the Cats down.
Martinelli bounces ahead to Sciarvino in the front court, leaves it for West. 2.5 remaining. 5-point Wildcat lead. West surveys the middle of the court, looking, now gets it to Singleton, left of the circle, 5 to shoot, feeds it in to Martinelli, into the paint, goes to his left hand, missed it, in and out, rebounded by Mills. Here comes Maryland. Coit shovels, right corner, Watts 3, no good. Over the shoulder rebound, Martinelli, and he's fouled by Mills with 2:04 to go. And the Cats dodged one there.
Yes, they did. A 3-on-1 break there, and Maryland couldn't convert. Martinelli with the long rebound, getting the Cats back to the charity stripe.
Maryland's on a 6-0 run here, but Martinelli will have a chance to end that here. 1-1 here. That was the 9th team foul on Maryland, the 4th on Mills.
Still plenty of game left.
Oh, yeah. Free throw up and no good. Rebounded by Washington. Here come the Terps. Down by 5, 2 minutes to go. First one, Knicks missed. Mills underneath to Watts. And around to the freshman Adams, spinning, shooting, shot blocked. Singleton. Martinelli, not sure who got it, but West comes out of there with it. I think it was Singleton. Yes, it was stolen by Singleton. We're down to 1:36, 5-point Northwestern lead. West with 12 to shoot, pounds the dribble. West looks left, Singleton with 8, with 7. Fakes the shot, feeds Martinelli, goes up, no good, a foul called.
Boy, Martinelli with a point-blank layup there. Gets hit as he slides by the defense and could convert, but the Cats back at the free throw line.
And Nick will have a chance to make it a 3-possession game again. 2 shots here, double bonus, but it was a shooting foul anyway. First one up and good.
If you're the Cats, the coaches, and the team, you're thinking this shot clock and this game clock can't wind down quick enough.
Yeah, make sure the clock's running. Second free throw good, and the Wildcats lead by 7, 72-65, 1:20 to go. 7-point Wildcat lead. Here's Coit driving on West, lobs one up, and it hit the backboard. It was deflected out by the Wildcats, I guess. Last touch by Northwestern is the ruling.
I thought that might have hit under the backboard out of bounds, but the Maryland Terrapins get the benefit of the call.
And Maryland looking to inbound. High lob caught by Washington. Hey, shot blocked by Singleton, but a foul on Trey. Be his 4th. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. This is Northwestern Wildcat basketball.
WGN Chicago is your radio home for the Hawks, the Cats, March Madness, and the Indy 500. On air and on smart devices worldwide.
Foul on West. And that will be his 2nd foul. 19 foul. Washington, 2 shots. He's 3 for 4 from the line. Fires the first one, it's good.
Cats fans optimistically cautious here.
Optimistically cautious or cautiously optimistic?
Cautiously optimistic.
Second free throw by Washington. It's now a 2-possession game again. This one up and good. And it's a 5-point game, 72-67, 1:12 remaining. As Washington makes them both. Cats get it into the front court. Clayton, pressured by Watts, gives it up to Martinelli. We tick towards the final minute. 1 minute to go. It's a 5-point Northwestern lead. Here's West at the logo. Watts eyeing him. Shot clock down to 10. Martinelli, the screen. He'll go to Nick with it. Drives right to the lane, leans in, banks it in! Cats had missed 5 straight shots. Nick comes through. 74-67, 41 seconds to go. At the other end, a timeout taken by Maryland. Man,
wow.
Buzz Williams walked all the way onto the court. I think Washington might have gotten a little shaken up a little bit.
Well, it also prevented, it looked like Mills was on his beeline to the basket there for another score.
Nick Martinelli, 29 points tonight. Cats have had a lot of contributors in this one.
Yeah, Jordan Clayton and Sheravino off the bench have been absolutely splendid, spectacular.
The Libman Mop Crew is part of our winning team. No matter what kind of flooring you have at your home court, Libman has the best tools to keep it clean. Our mops, brooms, and brushes are family made in the USA. Visit Libman.com to see our product lineup and for a store locator. All right, Northwestern 74, Maryland 67. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow is with the Wildcats. Cats have 3 timeouts left. Maryland is used their final timeout right here. So The Wildcats had a 19-3 run in the second half to grab control.
And it looked like the tide had turned a little bit at the 14:44 mark. Maryland made a little run. The Cats withstood that run and then went on a run of their own. And as Chris Collins was talking with you prior to the game, talking to both of us, Dave, about getting past that, that psychological point of the 12-minute mark, it looks like the Cats may have done just that.
Well, they've done that. Now can they get past the 39.9 second mark? Leading 74-67. Adams, high lob, leaping catch. Mills wants to go right back up, put up the shot. It's no good. A foul called on Cherovino.
Again, notice Mills, as I talked about, Dave, he initiates the contact into Cherovino. Cherovino has nowhere to go. He stands his ground. Perhaps he gets the charge. But Maryland being very aggressive on the offensive end in their moves into the paint.
All right, Mills fires the free throw. Good. What a night he has had. 35 points now. Another one coming here. And he makes it.
And for Maryland, Guillermo
Pino is in for Maryland. 74-69, 37.4 remaining. Martinelli into Cherovino, bobbles it out of bounds. It's Maryland ball. Pass on the near sideline that Cherovino couldn't handle. The Cats turn it over, leading by 5 with 36.3 remaining.
Chris Collins will tell you rule number 1, get the ball inbounds.
Now Maryland will do that. Clayton guarding the inbounder. That's Adams, the freshman. Feeds it into quite a quick three. No good. Rebound, Jordan Clayton, who gets tangled up on the baseline, falling out of bounds. Help to his feet. Which way is it? Let's see. Is it Maryland ball or North? It's going to be Maryland ball, I believe. Yep. It will be Maryland ball. Adams will inbound on the baseline. High lob. Mills the catch. Again, Cherovino. Jumper. Missed it. Rebound. Clayton. Singleton tapped it. Clayton controlled it. Clayton is fouled with 25.7 to go.
And really good defense by Cherovino, forcing Mills to take the mid-range jump shot and challenging it with his athletic ability.
Now on Watts, his 4th. 2 shots here for Jordan Clayton to add to his career night. Jordan's free throw up and in and out. It's about the first thing he's missed tonight. It feels like it. It's only his 10th free throw attempt all season.
What a game he's had, just all-around game, the contributions he's made in addition to his offense.
Jordan has another free throw attempt here, looking for his 19th point. And that one's good. 19 for Clayton, 75-69. 23 seconds to go. Here's Adams. Clayton trying to knock the ball away. He does. West has it. Down the right side, scoops it ahead. Cherovino wisely pulls it back out. And there was a foul called.
Cats hustling down in transition after a great defensive play, and Chris Collins was looking for the team really just to pull the ball out and use the clock. But Cherovino gets fouled and has a chance to add to his total.
Credit Jake West with that last steal. Cherovino, free throw, in and out. How about Jake West? 7 points, 7 assists, 3 steals.
Yeah, really solid night of playmaking and defense by Jake West, the promising freshman.
11 steals for the Wildcats. Free throw good for Cherovino. 15 points for the sophomore from Mount Carmel. 76-69 makes it a 3-possession game with 14 seconds to go. Maryland inbounds the ball. Here's Coit into the front court with 11 with 10. 3 from the left corner. Hits the side of the glass. Washington there for the rebound of the putback. 76-71. 6.7 to go. And a quick foul by Maryland with 6 seconds on the clock.
Well, the Cats throughout this tough season have continued to play hard. And one of the things we said at the top of the game, Dave, was both of these teams would play really hard tonight. That's just in their DNA. And the Cats with a hard-earned win.
Clayton misses the first free throw attempt. Now he'll try to get his 20th point. 9 more than his previous career best. Jordan eyes the rim. Free throw up. Good. 20 for Clayton. 77-71. 6 seconds to go. Watts will inbound. Point may, let's see. P.J. Carstensen blows the whistle. Now let's see, there's going to be a timeout taken.
Northwestern takes timeout.
The Wildcats take time. Chris Collins saw something on that setup there he didn't like.
Something in the Cats' defensive setup, and right now preparing for this remaining 6 seconds in order to avoid any kind of disaster.
How about Jordan Clayton over the now 8 games, Billy? 14 for 21 from 3. That's pretty impressive.
But it's what he continues to do when he comes off the bench that always catches the eyes of a coach, which gets you more playing time. If you continue to play hard and within the team concept throughout the course of the year, coaches will reward you. You will earn that time, which is what Jordan Clayton has been doing. A lot of huge shout out and respect for Jordan Clayton and his attitude, his professionalism during a very tough season.
All right. Maryland will inbound. 6 seconds on the clock. And will be Watts inbounding down the left sideline. Coit the catch into the corner. Mills step back 3. Good with 1.9. And it's a 3-point game. 77-74. Cats get it inbounds to Sheravino. And he's fouled with 1.3. And how about Mills?
What about that play? A design play out of the timeout that worked with Mills getting the three-pointer right in front of the Maryland bench, left corner.
Mills 39 points.
Wow.
Sheravino will go to the free throw line for 2. This is, let's see, the Wildcats. We know that Ace Bailey had 37 here last year. At the free throw line, Sheravino. Shot up, no good. I'll make one of these.
Well, either that or you miss it so badly that in the ensuing fight for the rebound, time expires.
Free throw, good! 78-74, Northwestern 1.3. Watts heaves it all the way down the floor. It's jump ball, tipped. Cats have it. The Wildcats win. Well, it got interesting in the closing seconds, but the Wildcats pick up that elusive third Big Ten win of the year. And they get back in the win column here in front of their home crowd. 78-74 over the Maryland Terrapins. The Cats get the win here over Maryland, powered by Nick Martinelli's 29 points and 20 from Jordan Clayton. And the Cats have a W, a hard-earned win here tonight against the Terps.
Well, they withstood 39 points for Mills, who was spectacular this evening. But for Chris Collins and his crew, this is a great reward for their continued hard work and belief in themselves, and losing some games that they potentially could have won, especially against Michigan. They have a sizable lead. They go to Nebraska, play well, and just can't hold on. But this one, from start to finish, the Cats hung in there even when they had that slow slump around 14:44 to play in the second half. They got through that and held on for a very important